guy's been here before. This guy actually worked here before. Let's go to D.C. Dan in D.C. You're number 2. Dan, what's up?
Romy, it is an honor to be in the jungle today with the greatest callers in radio, and Vic in NoCal. Vic, your takes are not funny. My only reaction to you is that when I hear your voice on the show, I roll up my windows, lock my doors, and hug my children. And oh yeah, Vic, I needed a shower after reading your Twitter page. You're a grown man, for God's sakes. You should not be writing like an angry 12-year-old. Vic, most people stop talking about bodily functions when they reach a certain age. For you, I'm hoping it's 30. Vic, you do know that if you ever want to be employed, companies may look at that cesspool you call a Twitter page. And Vic, I know you like to come off as gangster, but the only Corleone you remind me of is Fredo. Finally, Vic, you're big on historical references. Well, as the guy that runs that casino in Vegas once said, Vinny, Vici, Vicky. Hey, Steady Carbone, do you really blog about reality TV shows? That's your job? What do you tell your parents you do? I'm trying to think of a job that would garner less respect than reality TV show blogger, but I'm fairly certain the cleaning crew at Vivid Video doesn't have to watch Flavor of Love. Hang in there, buddy. Who else is there? How about Rachel in Houston? Rachel, you do speak with a passion and conviction, but you don't really know anything about sports. Maybe you should just concentrate on just women's sports like hot oil wrestling and foxy boxing. Or how about you focus on UConn women's basketball? And how about you only call the jungle when they lose? Deal? I got a quick take on the NFL draft. My Redskins did well last night getting Trent Williams from Oklahoma. He's a real talent, but some scouts say he's had problems keeping his weight down. I wasn't encouraged when I looked on the web and saw that in the Oklahoma team photo, he was eating a cheesesteak. Was Joe Hayden crying because he was drafted and his dreams were coming true? Or was he crying because he has to play in Cleveland? Anyone's guess. But I am anxious to see him get out on the field, pin his ears back, and get after some wideouts. I'd say the biggest flyer in the draft was Mel Kiper's career. He had Jimmy Clausen ahead of Bradford on his board, and Clausen wasn't even taken in the first round. Ouch. I love Mel, and he's a solid Baltimore guy, but Todd McShay is circling, and he sees the blood in the water. Overall, the draft definitely worked on primetime, and it was hilarious to see Jim Brown still gravy training the NFL after all these years. If the NFL wants to come up and clean its image up after that Big Ben fiasco, they may want to stay away from Jim Brown. This guy has had numerous assault charges against him and famously threw his girlfriend off a balcony in 1968. But I must say, in Brown's defense, he was high on PCP at the time, allegedly. Rooney, out here in the D.C.-Baltimore region, we're going through a major drought and haven't had a winter in close to a decade. The Redskins had a great offseason, though, by bringing in Shanahan, and I have to hand it to Dan Snyder. He keeps signing checks. Dan used to have a ton of cash until last year when his Six Flags amusement parks went bankrupt. They're still around, but now they're just called Flag. You should check it out, Romy, and bring the kids. Although instead of a huge wave pool, now they just have a slip and slide and a garden hose. The Skins absolutely fleeced the Eagles in getting McNabb, though. Nice trade, Philly. You're left with an unproven quarterback and a dog killer. Mike Vick did his time, though, and it's not like he was killing poodles. I'm no fan of pit bulls. In fact, I'd rather have a golden retriever with rabies than a pit bull. That's Philly's problem, though. Romy, I've been training for the Pittsburgh Marathon, which is next Sunday, and I'm loving being a jungle insider. Listening to the show makes it a hell of a lot easier to run 10 or 15 miles. I'm jogging around D.C. laughing my ass off. And I know we got a lot of clones who could stand to lose a little weight. Parents, you should not get winded from a phone call. That's the answer for them. Get your fat asses off the couch, grab an iPod, download an hour of the jungle, and start running. Rome's going to be on the air when he's 80, and he's going to need callers. Finally, reigning champ Brad in Corona. Too much too soon for this guy. He's a one-termer at best. Every now and then the country, jungle, can make a mistake and vote a guy in who's not ready for the job. Next thing you know, every caller comes with a soundtrack, there's money missing off the dresser, and your daughter's knocked up. I've seen it 100 times, Romy. Let's have a return to normalcy in the jungle. By the way, that was Warren Harding's campaign promise in 1920. Trapper voted for him, I'm pretty sure. This is my year, Brad. Much like Chuck Norris, Dan from D.C. does not own a house. I walk into random houses and people move. Well, Brad, knock, knock. Roy Uriah Faber getting it done on Saturday night. God bless Jim Rome and all who dwell in the jungle. And oh yeah, BetUS.com, back up the truck. Late.
Rack him. Great call. Great call, Dan in D.C. That's how you do that. That's a great smack-off call. Came in hard. Came after a few of the legends. Good sports content. And then finished by calling out the defending champ. Knock, knock, Brad. That's a good call. How good remains to be seen. I like that. That's a guy who gets it. Gets the event. Good pacing, good smack, good content. Came after clones. Hammered the jungle insider, which I liked. Played to me. Great call. Bet US, back up the Brinks truck. That's a great effort. That's Dan in D.C. All right, that guy didn't write that call a month ago. Good takes from the NFL draft. Topical, good content, good pacing. I like it. Let's get out.